Hey, good morning, Omar. Not too bad. We're coming to a decision on what we're going to do about California and SB 704. Getting some lag. Let's see what's happening. Okay, that's connected. Hey, Kurt24. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, yep, it's still doing it. That's kind of weird. No, no, no. We're going to keep selling to California. We're just going to restrict barrels, absolutely. And so that means we can't sell our completes or just the barrels themselves to California. Because per 704, we need to ship all barrels to FFLs. And Californians can't buy barrels online and have them shipped directly to their home now. There we go. Got that updated for the live. And, oh, what should we swap this out with? Let's change the image to, hey, 10X Shooters, what's going on? Let's change the image to, how about you? Save. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, get as many barrels as you can. We are going to keep shipping the slides, though. Until it becomes too much of an inconvenience for us, which right now it shouldn't be, but yeah, we're going to keep doing that until it's too much of an inconvenience. There we go, got all that changed. Oh, and if we hit 1,700, I will give something away. We still got to do the slide for the 1,000, but I will give away a book or something that once we hit 1,700. Hey, 10X Shooters, not much. We just started a little bit ago. So basically, we have decided that because of California 1127 and 704, that we are only going to restrict barrels to California. We are still going to send our strip slides. So Californians can still get our slides. They just can't get completes and they can't get barrels. The 26 is almost ready. We are just waiting on some payment so that we can finish it for a company that ordered a bunch of them. And once that's handled, once we, finish their order, then we're going to move on to individual orders. So that's how we're dealing with that. Yeah, absolutely. Sucks to be California. Let's see if we can fix this delay I'm getting in here. See if that works. Oh, that seems to have fixed it. Okay, awesome. We're not taking individual orders, but if you have a, if you're a vendor, dealer, distributor, gun store, whatever, you can reach out to us. Once we're finished with this main order, we will be adding the 26 to our website, though, for individual orders. Sorry they're coming first, but they did order 50 plus of them. Orders like those keep the lights on, you know? But that said, if there is some interest that you're showing in it, feel free to email us. Let us know, hey, we're interested in the 26. Let them know you'd like to buy one, and, maybe they can get on it a little sooner. But it is close. Closer than it's been, ever. And then, of course, for those of you that just want 19s and 17s, we're still doing our 15 to 20% off until the end of the month. Oh, and where's this? I want to move you over here in case I get called in. Today I am doing side work, getting some extra cash, so I'll be on call once it hits 6 a.m. Let's dial that back again. We're getting a little bit of buffering there. Oh, and let me drop the link bio. We'll put that in the pin as well. There we go. And we'll just pin that. Yep, absolutely. Got to get the employees paid. Got to keep, the shop's lights on, all that. So those ones often come first. Oh, thank you guys for the likes. Hey, we got a new sub. Thank you so much. And yep, we are 21 away, and I will give away a book. The book will be a funny one. We've already given one of them out. And it is an error, not for resale, pre-production proof. I'm going to show it to you now, but the title does not reflect the content. It is a trick book. Sales are starting to dip a little as we get closer to the end of the month. It was a first good half. But people might be gearing up for their kids at Halloween, which, we totally understand. Fall is definitely the best time of year for sales. Fall to winter. Spring to summer, especially summer. Summer sucks. Summer is so difficult. Not just us, it's a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses suffer during summer. Also, a big factor is when you have an administration in office that is pro-gun, uh, gun industry suffers a bit. When you have, it's kind of funny, right? And then when you have an administration in office that's anti-gun, people buy guns like crazy. Hey, Justin, thanks for popping in. We make all these. Mill out bars of 17.4 stainless steel, and we turn them into these slides, do all the Cerakote work in-house. Some of these have been fired, like this one here. I actually carry this one on a semi-regular basis. We've test fired this gold one here. Which, something you'll note, there is wear on the undercarriage from shooting, but the exterior remains nice and clean. And for those of you not tracking, I did put it in the description. For those of you not tracking 704 out of California, what they are doing is requiring Californians to get a background check on the detachable barrel that's in all semi-autos. So for this, there's already been a legal challenge. I know the NRA is involved. I think FPC is involved, and GOA is involved. So we'll see how long that goes into effect, but it's probably going to take a year of legal challenges, so Californians are unfortunately just going to have to suffer. That said, they did it to themselves. Sorry, California, but you guys really do a lot of this shit to yourself. It's not so much like, if you look at Northern California, a lot of them are pretty, pro 2A, conservative. They are pretty much run by several cities. LA, San Francisco, San Diego. It's, they're pretty much just flooded by the mega cities that they have. Jerome, what's going on? Yep, this is our tiger stripe camo. And actually this month, because it's Glocktober and Halloween, these are 20% off right now. We also have a more traditional camo version of it, where instead of orange, we're using crocodile green. Thank you. Actually, all of our strip slides are 15 to 20% off this month, because Glocktober. Yeah, thank you guys for the likes. That's greatly appreciated. Do a quick refresh. Yep, 1679. We'll do that minor giveaway once we hit 1700. No, they come with the standard SCT Manufacturing upper parts kit if you get a complete. And you may, depending on your build, you may need to get a lighter guide rod. You might need to get another recoil spring assembly. This is our lightest slide, though, so, when you're doing your build, just take that into consideration. We do have an Arctic camo. We don't have anything with snow leopard. We did do something with leopard once, like more traditional, where it had the kind of desert sand yellow and black. But we haven't done anything with snow leopard yet. That'd be kind of cool. Winter camo, sorry, not Arctic. There we go. Here's our winter. And that is graphite black, Arctic white, and battleship gray. Yeah, these are Gen 3s. Though if you know what you're doing, you can fit Gen 3s on Gen 4s and Gen 5s and still run them. Okay, we checked those, don't need those. Let's pop into our eBay store as well. There we are. Oh, thank you. And actually, we have seen them run on Gen 5s. We saw someone take one of our Gen 3 19s and put it on the Gen 5 Glock 45. Ran it just fine. Same thing with the 19X. Seen that. Plenty of videos on how to do it. Glock really didn't change a whole lot with the slide itself when they went to Gen 4, Gen 5. Yeah, they changed the recoil spring assembly. And then with the Gen 5, they made it ambidextrous, and they definitely changed the back plate. But that's about it. And you change a couple of parts, and boom, there you go. Which is pretty sweet. Oh, thank you for the like. Greatly appreciate it. I meant to get up and do the 4 a.m. live and get the whole morning crowd, but that's freaking early. Just too early. Just way too early. Heck, it's only just after 6 a.m. right now. On a Saturday. With all you fine people. And I almost forgot. Here we have our journalist from Definition Knives. Almost forgot to show this off. She needs a little wipe down. She's been getting a little use, using her at work. And also my Ghost Dad Tactical Ecto-Lube, gun lube that smells good. This one smells like green apples. Oh, thank you for the like. I need to see if I can find some more random Army gear, magazine pouches or something to go along with this 1700 giveaway. Got the book. I'm out of patches. Patches that I can give away anyway. We have patches on the web store. But let's see. We don't have any on our eBay, but we do have them on the site. So let's see. We'll find some military gear. I'm out of patches to give away. What else? What else could I give away for this 1700? That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not like it's a big giveaway. It's only 1700. Maybe when we hit the 2K, I'll have something a little better. Ah, Georgia? We're in Arizona. That's why it's so early over here. Try to do lives around the time that both sides of the country are going to be up and awake and moving and grooving. Doesn't always happen. But that is where all of these slides are made, right here in Arizona, from American Steel, in an American machine shop. Veteran-owned, family-operated. Just a small little shop making slides for the whole country. Which we've definitely made over 30,000 of them at this point. And yeah, we've shipped to every single state and some of the territories. Guam, Puerto Rico, Northern Mariana Islands, Virgin Islands. Actually, the only one we won't ship to right now is American Samoa, and that's because they made pistols illegal back in the 90s. Sadly, American Samoa is of the opinion that the Constitution does not apply to them, so therefore they have banned pretty much all guns. The only thing they can have there is like 22 rifles and then shotguns in 12, 20, and 16 gauge. Even though American citizens reside in American Samoa, because Samoans can become Americans because of their territorial status. So, unfortunate. But that's the way they run things, so we just don't even bother shipping to them. We just don't want to deal with any of the fallout. But Puerto Rico's cool about it. Guam's cool about it. Virgin Islands. I mean, 9mm, which is what these are, aren't even legal in American Samoa, which is just super sad. Yes, Russell, we have. That's actually what part of this live is about, is that we had to make a decision come January on whether or not we were going to continue to ship to California, because 1127 bans future Glock sales, but 704 requires that detachable pistol barrels have a background check, and that Californians could no longer order barrels online. So we had to make a decision, do we keep bothering to ship to California? And we will, we just won't ship barrels or complete slides. Yep. The first one that bans all future Glock sales is Assembly Bill 1127. The one that requires background checks on barrels is Senate Bill 704. And it is being challenged. There is a lawsuit in progress, but California will probably have to suffer for this for over the next year. So we are trying to build a network of California FFLs that we can ship completes to. And hopefully we can find some. So far, a lot of the FFLs are not taking on new manufacturers, new distributors, because they're trying to figure out, how they're going to deal with this as well. Oh, thank you for the like. And so many so many gun shops have to offload their Glock products over the next, 8 months? So they have to get rid of everything they have in their shop over the next 8 months. And, thankfully, they're still going to be allowed to possess them, own them. They just can't buy new ones. Which is ludicrous, The funny thing is, Glock does what California wants. California wants serialized barrels, serialized slides, serialized frames, and Glock already does that. If you go buy a Gen 5 Glock right now, their barrels are serialized, the slide is serialized, the frame is serialized, and a bunch of the parts are stamped with various production numbers. So Glock is already doing what California wants. It's not about making things safer or more trackable. California is just trying every little cut at a time to kill the Second Amendment. That's just what they're trying to do. It's not about making things safer. It's not about, whatever. They just want to get rid of them, and they're doing it a little cut at a time. Which, of course, I disagree. I am a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment. Obviously, we make, gun slides. But prior to working with Stiffler Manufacturing, I was an NRA Golden Eagle. I am a life member of Gun Owners of America. I'm a Firearms Policy Coalition member and donator. Arizona Citizens Defense League. And I did a lot of campaigning for 2A sanctuary advocacy long before and being involved with Stiffler Manufacturing. I attended shooting competitions, a 10-year military veteran. So I've got my experience with firearms. I am not by any means, in my own opinion, an expert. I'm absolutely positive there are people out there who know more than I do. And anybody who proclaims they know everything about guns is bullshitting you. There's always something to learn. There's always more to do. Oh, we've tried to reach out to Turners in the past, but we might have been too new for them. We are looking at year 3 coming this January. So we've been in business since January of 2023, and being under 5 years really hinders you from finding big contracts. So they might have just said, yeah, these guys are too new, and they didn't want to talk to us. But we might try again now that we're hitting year 3 and seeing what they say. Oh, hey, somebody picked up a slide. Right on. Somebody from Michigan picked up a slide. Hey, thank you, Jordan. We make all of these ourselves. Stiffler Manufacturing in Arizona. We mill out 17-4 stainless steel. A lot of other companies use 416. And we mill them out into models like these, and then we do all of the Cerakote work, including stenciling, in-house, so there's no third party for the coating. And then we ship them out all across the U.S. And we've got a number of distributors and vendors who also carry our slides. So places like Optics Planet, Delta Team Tactical, MMC Armory, Davidson Defense, No Quarter Innovations, 3CR Tactical, The Hub, Sirius Arms Company, Wolverine Arms. I think Gonzalez Arms has a few as well. A bunch of our slides are on Gunbroker too, as well as eBay. And then, of course, our website. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Yep, we've got our own machines, our own CNC machines. Do all of our own sanding. We do all of our own cleaning, all of our own Cerakote. We have a whole booth that we designed just for Cerakote work. And, yeah, we do all of it in-house. All the shipping, packaging, quality control. And we even go to a nearby range, and we test fire in them from time to time. Like this gold one here. This is one of our test fires. Which, as you'll notice, obviously the undercarriage gets a little bit of wear from shooting as those metal parts rub, but the exterior remains nice and clean. Something else we do, a lot of companies use plastic cover plates for their RMRs and whatever other optics cut they're doing. We use aluminum. And the reason being, those plastic ones will break if you tighten down the screws too much or just by regular shooting. Yeah, those plastic plates don't last. So we said, you know what, we're going to go with aluminum. And of course, 17.4, it's just more corrosion resistance, harder than 416. Oh, absolutely, Jordan, but we find we have to mention it quite a bit because there's more than a few people who think, oh, well, the coating should last forever. And it's like, you could get DLC coating and it's eventually going to show signs of wear. Like, just use, that you used your gun. But, you know, fix that right off the bat. We also do simulated distressing, like this Space Worn here. So we wear down the Cerakote layer so it shows the stainless steel underneath. We tried it with various colors, but it seems to work best with black. Black really does a good job with it. And, you know, I forget what coating this is, but, like, I've got an old Ruger here that I've had for years. And it's got some wear, just from holster, just from use. Even got a scratch there. But you can see the holster draw wear. And it's like, that's just a sign you've been using your gun. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if a gun's too pretty, you gotta ask it, man, is it just a showpiece, or you actually getting some training in? Oh, this one's the SR9E, but yeah. Almost made a boo-boo there. YouTube, I forget sometimes I'm on YouTube instead of Rumble or Instagram, and they've got different rules. There we go. But the 9E and the S and the EC9S are similar concept. And cool enough, the SR line was also made in Arizona. Basically, YouTube doesn't like you touching frames. Oh, the SR40's cool. We've also got an SR45. I wanted to get the SR1911. Never got around to it. Never happened. But I definitely wanted it. Hey, good morning, Pat. How's it going? Pat's got a couple of our slides. Sadly, I should have gotten it years ago. The 1911, it just like a lot of 1911s, really expensive now. So that's super disappointing, but that's what I get for not, you know, buying earlier. The real fuckus. That just made me think of Wackus Bonkus. Old humor. Oh man, thank you. I didn't even notice the likes went up to 13. Thank you guys so much. Let's do a quick little refresh, see where we're at. And, hey, 1681 on the subs. So I am going to give, if we hit 17, I am going to give out a copy, a pre-production, not for resale proof of this book. And some of you are already tracking, but those of you that are not, the title does not reflect the book. I'm warning you that right now. The title is not what the book is about. It's meant to trick people and draw them into checking the book out. Certain people. So this is a pre-production, not for resale proof that does have errors in it and is signed by the author. And if we hit 1,700, I'll give it out. We'll mail it off to somebody. I'm sure you can imagine which certain people those are. I've been debating getting a thesis. I've seen them at a few shops. I want to shop around, though. There's some shops don't have the best prices. I mean, I do like supporting local businesses, absolutely, but I mean, it's not like we're going gangbusters making these slides. Every coin that we get goes back into the shop. People are like, oh, you must be making a crap ton of money, and it's like, yeah, not really. We got to keep buying steel, which is, you know, not cheap. End mills because they break. Coolant, more Cerakote, got to pay the employees. Some people think like, oh, you have a business, you must be making shit tons of money, and it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, if we never paid anybody, and we cut a lot of corners, yeah, we'd probably be making money, but you don't have good customers and you don't have a good product by cutting a lot of corners. And of course, another shout out to my journalist definition knife. I'm really enjoying the crap out of the thing. I do not get paid when I talk about this. I just happen to interact with and kind of know the people involved. DLD After Dark, Flying Rich Firearms. So I don't get paid. Just like they don't get paid when they talk about our company on their lives. Just back and forth. And disclosure on the Siley optics we have in the background. Siley Optics is not paying us, and they did donate these slides to our company so that we could check to see if they work on our slides. And they do. They absolutely do. For the Ecto-Lube, this was not donated. I actually bought this because I wanted to try it out from Ghost Dad. And I like it. It works. So stuff that I end up getting, I keep around. Like, okay, here's a holster I have in the background here. Photon holster for the Glock 19. I tested it. It works. It fits well. Are there better holsters out there? Yeah, probably. But it was cost effective and it works. Stays to my belt. Decent retention. I've done it jogging and running, and it stays tight. So Photon didn't pay us. It's just something I bought one day and decided to try out. The 43. So we're almost done with the 26, Pat. We're just waiting on a payment from a distributor, and we're going to produce about 50 plus of them. And then after that, they're going to get added to the website. And then after that, we're going to begin work on the 43, which we actually need to go and buy a Glock 43 and probably a 43X. Unless someone wants to donate one to us in exchange for a 19 or a 17. Because we need to go buy one. We've been told a few people want to swap 43s to us, but that hasn't happened yet, so we're probably just going to have to go buy one. And we've got the numbers down, but it helps to have the actual slide in front of you for comparison and for direct measurements. I don't blame you, Jordan. I don't blame you at all. After we do the 43, we might do the 48, Brian. Uh, 19 or 17, dealer's choice. If someone were to send us a 43, you could have whatever slide. I don't care. You could have whatever slide we have in stock. I don't care. You could have a camo slide. These are more expensive. I don't care. That said, if you have a 19 or a 17 slide or any other Glock OEM slide that you're just no longer happy with, feel free, yeah, send it. We'll send you one of our slides in return. No charge. Because they're good for testing. They're good for measurements. They're good for us to have on the production line to sit there and go, yes, this is still in spec. So I love having them in stock. Azoku, what's going on? Occasionally, on a case-by-case basis, we will accept slides from other companies. Like, for example, this here is a Remsport R19. It's made out of 416R stainless steel. The customer, well, I can't call him a customer. The individual we were assisting had a very, very messed up slide, as you can see. It is non-functional. And we felt bad. So we sent him one of our SM19 Zoom slides in exchange for this on a case-by-case basis. Now, if your slide is that jacked up, we might, so long as you didn't do it yourself, we might do a swap. Ones I can tell you we are no longer doing swaps on, though, however, are Leo Precision, Rock Slide USA, and LFA. So we're not taking any more of those in. But if you got somebody else's and you just don't like it anymore, we, on a case-by-case basis, will do a swap. Brick, yes, they are. These are aftermarket Stiffler Manufacturing Glock 19 and 17 style slides. I know, Jordan. Like, I keep this around as a conversation piece, and I have occasionally entertained the idea of trying to fix it. Like, just maybe we could machine this out. But that's the safety plunger, and it's there's no better word for it. It's fucked. This thing is fucked. But the guy that we helped out definitely got an upgrade, because not only is this 416 steel compared to our 17.4, there's no optic cut, there's no design features on the front. So he got front grip serrations and an optic cut. Oh yeah, Zoku, you. You know, I will admit, because I don't like shit talking other companies, they did do a good job with the symmetry and the Odin slide. And they had a really cool design there. But as we found out later, with a few people, some of their final year production really dropped in quality, I'm sorry to say. But they are no longer in business, so... And we already have several of the slides, and we're just no longer accepting those as a swap. Oh, that's right, I forgot about that. Yep, Ozoku is an ex-employee of Leo. Yeah, and then just the LFA slides. We've gotten a few, and also there have been a lot of complaints that we've gotten, and we're just not interested in swapping those ones anymore. So everything's case by case. Like, you could always reach out to us and say, hey, would you? And, you know, you're probably going to get a no, but you never know. You might get an yes. It's always a no until you ask. Doc Holiday, love the name. What's going on, man? Not yet. Not yet. Currently, we only do optics cuts on our own slides that we sell. We don't do them on other people's slides yet. In the future, we might. And all of our slides, from the cheapest to the most expensive, all have optics cuts. And I know some people don't like optics cuts, but that's why we do the aluminum RMR cover plate. So you can Loctite everything down. But in the future, if you decide you do want an optic, you don't have to get your slide milled. PDP slide for what, for Walther? I'm not sure if anybody does. A big thing on companies that make slides, it's because the patent has expired. So, for example, a lot of people ask us if we are going to make the Smith & Wesson 2.0. No, we're not. And that's because the patent for Smith & Wesson does not expire until 2034 at least. And that's if they don't get any extensions on it. For Walther, on the PDP, I'm not sure if the patent's expired. I'd have to do some legal research and try and find it out. And then the second factor is there a large enough market for it? So, for example, we make hundreds of slides a week. And if those don't sell, you know, that kind of puts us in a hole. Currently, we make Glock-style slides for the 19 and the 17 in Gen 3, and we are almost done on the 26. So we'll be adding the 26. After that, we'll start working on the 43 and maybe a 48. Maybe. We'll see what 2026 brings. hopefully good things for 2026, and we can do some more models. But what we've learned is slow, measured growth. We've seen a lot of our competitors and a lot of our peers dump money into various slides, and it has put more than a few businesses under chasing through things. 17L. 17L and the 34. Yeah, those are asked for a lot. Oh, you guys are going to hear some printing in the background. I had gotten an order, and I actually have this slide available at the house. So I'm going to get this mailed off to Michigan. So let's get this ready to get sent off. Always happy to do it at home when I can. Most of the time, though, we have to just go back to the shop and wait for stuff to ship, because it has to get milled out. We start, with a big bar of 17-4 steel and mill it down into the slide. And that's actually a good one to touch on, too, is the turnaround time. So from the time you order it to the time you receive it should be around 1 to 2 weeks. Tugro, thank you. Yep, we make all of these ourselves. And, I know some people are like, oh, well, why don't you just have them on the shelf? And it's because we mill them, like, once you order it, it's made to order. And one factor of not just having them all on the shelf is we've done that in the past. Like, for example, there's a color we used to have called Blue Raspberry. We thought it was a cool-looking color. We thought people might like it. We were wrong. We were very wrong. Blue Raspberry did not sell very well at all. And so we just got stuck with them on the shelf, and there was product just wasting space. So now we make them to order. Now, there's some that we might have on the shelf, like, say, a black slide, or maybe a USMC red, or a shimmer aluminum, or some of the camos, sometimes, because they sell quick enough that it warrants us keeping a few just in general stock. But for the most part, yeah, they're all made to order. Gen 3 will fit on Gen 4. What you're going to look to do is change out the back plate. You also might need a recoil spring adapter. And so you get those two things done. Look up some videos on how to do it. But yeah, it's really simple, really easy. I've seen people take our Gen 3s and put them on Gen 5s. I've also seen Gen 4s and 19X. Super simple. There's plenty of videos that show you how to do it. No, we don't ship internationally, unfortunately. And, oh, thank you, Adobe. Thank you for being Adobe. And just completely crashing on me. Good job, Adobe. Sorry, I was answering the international question. So the U.S. has what's called ITAR, which is the U.S. Department of State's Directorate of Defense Controls Act for International Traffic and Arms Regulations, which is what ITAR stands for. And that states that as a business that we are producing and selling firearms parts and accessories, we can't ship those overseas without special licensing from the Department of State. And to be honest, we're probably not going to get that license. It's a whole process, and shipping internationally is a real pain. So I'm sad to say, unfortunately, we're only shipping in the United States. It's 50 states and its territories, with the exception of American Samoa, because they made 9mm illegal, and all of our slides use 9mm, so there's no point. I think I see an error, which I'm going to have to edit. We're going to have to fix that. Let's see. ITAR regulation. I see what the issue is. Quick fix. Quick and easy fix. There we go. And we have all those disclaimers on our description, actually. So, like, copyright disclaimers, disclaimer to YouTube, because YouTube is dumb, ITAR, installation, and Glock. Oh my god, Glock has a huge disclaimer. And pretty much Glock's disclaimer is they didn't make these or approve these, and they don't endorse that what we say is true, that these will fit with Glocks, but they do. And that's just Glock covering their butt legally, just in case. But it's a very long disclaimer from Glock. And if you don't have those disclaimers, and if you list stuff wrong, Glock will come and find you. They will send an attorney, and they will talk to you about it. They're very thorough. Okay, let's see. This will be shipping out today, which is awesome. I'm glad he ordered it early on a Saturday. We get a lot of orders that are on like Saturday night, and people ask, well, why haven't you shipped it yet? And it's like, well, because the post office is closed on Sunday. I thought we all knew this. Absolutely, Zoku. It's stated 2 weeks, but it could be 2 days. We have literally shipped a slide out the very next morning. And it just depends on what you order and what we have in stock at the time. So you're looking at 1 to 2 weeks. And when we're done with the 26 slides. Yeah, Pat, I know. Man, Stacy's mom ain't got shit on Stiffler's mom. Okay, there we go. We've got that all... Oh, I got to print the other one out. Okay, we got the packing slip. Let's go print the shipping label. There we are. Huh. Shipped this to a guy's office. That's interesting. You know, funny enough, I've actually had a few gun stores actually order our slides directly from our website. And from our eBay, which has been interesting. Let's see. Okay, those are done. Those are done. Turn the printer off. Can't let the wife find out. There we go. Get those all set up. There's 2 different eBay names. We have our link bio up there that has both of them, but I'll drop them. That said, though, if you're looking for a sale, our strip slides that are not blems are 15 to 20% off on our website, StifflerManufacturing.com. eBay, you can find our blems a lot cheaper, but they're also blems. There you go. There's one of them. And here's the other. And here's the website. There we go. So the website, if you're looking for absolutely new, and if you are looking for discounts, go to the website. If you are looking for blems, go to eBay. You can also get some of our blems from RB Market, who sells some of them, as well as a bunch of other random crap. Sorry, RB Market. It's not crap, it's collectibles, I know. My favorite slide probably... Well, there's 2 slides. There's the one we currently offer, which is the SM19 Turbo. That's this one. But there's also another slide that is the SM19 Leonidas, and that is my absolute favorite slide. Yes, so you will not know what blem it is, but the blem could be as simple as there was a Cerakote run that didn't cure correctly. Dust could have gotten on the Cerakote while it was drying. It also could be as bad as a tool kiss. So, you know, when the end mill is going by and it just jerked slightly and now you have a scratch on the slide. Or when it was drilling, boom, you've got a kiss. And that's... Slide's still going to function perfectly good. It just might not look, you know, pleasing to the eye aesthetically. And we find that a lot of people like those, 1, for testing, and then 2, some people like to do their own aftermarket slide work. So they might file things down, they might sand it, they might recoat it in something. Some people buy blem slides just so they can work on them in their own shop. Like whether they're do stuff in their own garage, you know? Like, I know a guy that buys blem slides, and all he does is sand them down and polish them to a mirror finish. And then he turns around and resells them. We told him if he wanted to order 10, if he'd order 10, we'd just sell them to him raw, so he wouldn't have to do as much sanding. But he kind of likes the process that he does. Oh, thank you, Hard Hat. I just thought, oh man, I just had a childhood memory because of your freaking name, dude, Hard Hat. So, for those of you who are old enough, there was a show when we were kids called Reboot, and there's a guy in it called Hard Boot. Childhood memory. There we are. Getting some of my packaging stuff ready to go, because we're going to be sending this off to Michigan today. See that mirrored 1911 that someone made? I might have seen something. I've seen so many mirrored slides. I'm personally not a fan. Don't get me wrong, I think they look cool, and I'd love to take one to the range and show it off, or if I was going to a gun con, I would totally bring one just to show it off. Everyday carry, I would not carry a mirrored finish. I'd carry a camo or a black, but yeah, definitely not practical. They're cool looking. Like, and that's part of what some of this is the aftermarket styling is cool. And it looks awesome. You know, like I'm sure a Bengals fan is going to love this slide. Or Tony the Tiger. Now, if I was out and about talking and meeting and greeting to people, absolutely would I carry one of these all the time. And I probably will. Like I might be doing a meet and greet here in Arizona next month, sometime around Veterans Day, at a local gun shop, and I'll probably bring something fancy just to carry. Tony Tiger rolling in the deep. They will be similar cuts to what we have, but because of the change in the slide for the 43, we might come up with a whole new design. That said, because of the change of the slide size, even the similar cuts aren't going to look the same. I mean, they'll be similar, they're just not going to look quite the same. TC8K47, what's going on, man? Yes, we do plan to be at SHOT Show. We were there this year, back in January, and we are planning to go again in January 2026. If everything goes out the way we're planning it, we'll be there right alongside MMC Armory. But, you know, we'll release details as we get closer to it. Oh, at that point, we had literally just hit 2 years as a business, so nobody really knew who we were. Pretty small. We're hitting our 3rd year this January, so people are a little more aware of us, but we're still pretty small. Ammo Alchemist, what's going on, man? Well, well, well. Oh, no. No. That freaking glitch. Okay. Shit. Okay, so YouTube has a glitch where you try to end the live, not end the live, pause the live video so I can move the camera, and where it doesn't pause it. Now, if I try to fix it, I will be permanently stuck in paused live video. And YouTube has yet to fix this little glitch, and it is so annoying. I freaking hate that. Because I was literally just going to move the camera and show you guys my patch wall. But, okay, hold on. There we go. Hey, Ammo Alchemist. Got Ammo Alchemist patch. And a bunch of other army patches and gun patches and stuff. Whoop. Frickin' YouTube making me act all ghetto. Messing up my camera positionings. Yeah, we'll definitely release a booth number. I mean, obviously a lot of it's in the Venetian. Where were we last year? We were in Venetian floor 2? And we were in like the 40,000 something booth. I wish Instagram would let us search our content. I could pull it right up. Like I could search it and be like, Stiffler Manufacturing, SHOT Show. Oh yeah, last year we were at booth 41,160. Oh, it's an insane amount of booths. Someone, and I don't know if this is exactly true, but someone said if you walk the entire thing and go to every single booth, that it's like 12 miles of walking. It's a huge thing. I don't know if it's actually that long, but it's huge. Oh, someone did a breast cancer awareness slide from one of our slides. That's pretty cool. So they took one of our Sig Pink slides, and they made a breast cancer thing for it. That's awesome. SHOT Show. Yeah, so many booths. Oh, wait. Can I show this? Oh, yeah, I think I can. Okay, hold on. These were a bunch of the slides we were taking to SHOT Show. Or we did take to SHOT Show. SM-19 flash slides, a whole row of them. Leonidas. Hellet. That's a zoom right there. More zooms and Vipers. We hadn't even made the turbo slide yet at that point. And we don't make the flash anymore. There's a company out there copying it. We're just like, whatever. That's not the whole reason we got rid of it. The flash is harder to make, and the sales just weren't high for it. So it's in a kind of hiatus right now. Same thing with the Leonidas. The Leonidas slide cost around $300, and people just weren't buying it. Right on, Pat. You have a good one. And someone copied that slide too, funny enough. And now they're not making the Leonidas copy anymore, but they are still making the flash copy. Which is just kind of funny. But is what it is. I suppose we should call it the most sincere form of flattery. There we go, prepping my morning tea. And we'll get all these shipping polymer bags. So, for those of you who don't know, when we ship out a slide, of course everything gets milled from this steel, but when we ship out a slide, it gets wrapped in bubble wrap, it gets put in a hard plastic box, and then it gets wrapped in a polymer bag. And this protects it from shock, from shipping, and then also from moisture. Or stealing, yeah. AK-47, yeah. On YouTube and guns, everyone copies each other. No need to even care. Yeah. A lot of copying. Hey, Don J, what's going on, man? Got to run to work here. Now, what was the decision on California? Just tuned in. Okay, so we are still going to ship our slides to California, Don J. We're just not going to ship completes, and we're not going to ship barrels. No, just taking care of my health, getting older. I'm down 40 pounds, so working on myself. Less caffeine in my life, less sugar, more working out. Ain't so fun getting older, gentlemen. Yeah, that's starting January 1st for the barrels, so... No, yeah, so we'll stop shipping complete slides and barrels on December 31st. Depends on which one of us you're talking about. Big Stiffler, oh man, dude has an insanely high metabolism, so he stays pretty skinny. He actually struggles to gain weight. Dude's lifting weights like crazy. Struggles to gain weight. Me, man, I'm running like well, let's see, I weighed in this morning at 259, so 41 pounds down. Take care of yourselves, gentlemen. Drink water every day. Freaking get out and move. I don't drink coffee anymore. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't really drink soda. Occasionally I'll have a soda if I'm doing like, you know, if I'm out drinking with some friends. But Yep, take care of yourself now, because you're going to suffer for it later. There we go. Alright, let's get this in here. Get in there. Get in your package. Get in your home. You're going to Michigan. I know. I don't want to leave Arizona either, but you are going to Michigan. There we go. Nice and sealed. Nah, not Detroit. I'll say the state, but I never say the city. But not Detroit. Don J, you skinny bastard. Yeah, upside, I mean, our completes, and, you know, take that into your consideration, Don J. Our completes use an SCT manufacturing parts kit and an ELD performance barrel. So if you want something better than that, you know, just get the stripped. But if you don't mind those products, then yeah, go ahead, get the complete. $6'7", 250, gray beard. Oh yeah. At 6'7", 250 is amazing. That's another one too, is like meal prepping. I do a lot of that now. Yeah, a lot of them for Chicago. It's popular among a certain crowd, as well as just the amazing 2A gun builders. Certain products are popular among certain crowds. Though, that said, I know there's been quite a few aftermarket businesses that have stopped shipping to Chicago. Oh god, Ozoku, yeah. But there have been certain businesses that have stopped all shipping to Chicago, Detroit, New York City, because they get a lot of scams. They try to do chargebacks, which is why we do tracking in our shipping. If it says it got there, eBay says screw you, and so do we. If it's a large order, we require signatures. If you're getting a complete slide, you're getting a signature. Sorry. Like, the mail system's actually pretty good. And then we always get the ones that are like, hey, I know I ordered it this way, but you have to send it this way or I'm not going to receive it. I'm like, then you should have told us that before you ordered it. It's already shipped, buddy. I'm sorry. Hey, Bill Poole, what's going on? He has one of our slides, too. Like, there's a reason we ship the way we ship, and it's because you guys are going to get your slide. It is going to be wrapped in bubble wrap. It is going to be put in a plastic box. It is going to be wrapped in a polymer bag, and it is going to be shipped with tracking. You are getting your slide. And if you order certain products or certain larger amounts, it's going to require a signature. If that means you have to go to the post office, oh my god, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Be an adult. You're buying a gun part to build a gun. Be an adult. I'm not your mommy. I'm not here to coddle you. Be an adult. because we do not subscribe to the if I whine and bitch hard enough, corporation America will just bend over and take it. We don't do that. We will absolutely help you with troubleshooting, and we will provide you with absolutely awesome customer service. But there's certain things that we won't do as a matter of pride and, you know, just good, hard, old-fashioned American beliefs. Like, if you have a problem with the slide, absolutely, we will help you. We will fix that issue. But the whole whining thing about shipping, you're an adult. Be one. And there's my little morning rant because I haven't had my tea yet. And this morning, it is green tea with turmeric and cinnamon bark. Oh, hey, so we have an update for you there, William. So we will continue to ship our strip slides to California. And we will continue to ship our complete slides and barrels until December 31st. But once January 1st comes in, barrels and completes will no longer ship to California. So I'm glad you picked one up early. Yeah, we had a long debate about that because we were sitting here thinking, okay, so do we just cut California off? Like, do we want to bother trying? What if a mistake happens? And we realize there's, you know, still a lot of pro 2A people in California who are suffering under this. So we're as long as we can, as long as we're able, we're going to continue shipping what we can to California until it becomes too much of either a burden or legal issue where we then have to focus on protecting the business. We will continue to ship to California. Oh, hard hat, if you're going to get one, get the Space Worn on the website. They're 15% off this month. eBay is great for our blems, but eBay charges us 13.6 to 30% of our sales. So our slides are actually a little bit cheaper on the website because of that. And then not to mention discounts. So unless you're getting a blem slide, I would go to the website. Hey, we're at 1685 on the subs. Man, we are so close. Ooh, and let's get this inside its next bag. Let's get this in its bag. Polymer bag. Sending this slide off from Michigan today. Yep, eBay, unfortunately, like a lot of businesses hate using eBay, but so many people love using eBay that you're pretty much forced to do it, and you just have to suffer and, you know, take the fees. That said, eBay does have seller and buyer protections, so it is popular for a reason. So, I mean, there is you know, good use for it. It's just, whereas the website takes a monthly fee and 4%, the website, you know, you get more profit. Compared to eBay. But, you know, that's what it is. That's what you got to deal with. So like what I would recommend is if you find an eBay store you like for something you buy regularly, Google, use Google and find out if they actually have a website and then start buying from there. The funny thing is, every time we sell on eBay, we send out a little card that says, thank you for your purchase, and use code eBay on our website to get 10% off. And a lot of people don't use it. They just go right back to eBay, because we have a lot of repeat customers on eBay. Which, of course, a month like this, I would recommend using our Glocktober and Halloween codes to get 15 to 20% off instead of 10%. But, yeah. People are comfortable with eBay. And I get it. There's buyer and seller protections. And those seller protections have actually saved our butts, where we've had people try and do the whole chargeback process and try and, eBay's just like, no, we tracked it. The package arrived at your residence as you typed it. Like Stiffler did what they're supposed to do. So it is appreciated, the seller protections, the buyer protections. There we go, all wrapped up with a Fragile sticker. And this will be going off to Michigan. Oh, maybe we'll hit that 1700 tonight or tomorrow. Oh, there we go. That'll be my morning prepped breakfast starting. Meal prepping, people. Saves you money. Healthy. Oh, we're almost at the hour-and-a-half mark, and it looks like the algorithm isn't helping me today. So that's probably where I'm going to end it. I'm going to have my nice morning breakfast of rice and fish, along with this turmeric tea. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay in the fight. But yeah, that's where I'll end it. Thank you guys so much for checking out all of our slides, checking out our websites, our eBay stores. Oh, Bill Pool, how many options do you have for the 17? We have 3 options and a wide variety of colors. So we have the 17 in our Zoom. Yeah, if you guys got final questions, ask them. Our 17 for the Zoom. We've also got it in Viper and in Turbo. And they're all 10 to 15% off, depending on the model, or rather the color. Ah, there we go. Gotta love the meal prepping. Okay, there we are. All right, that's where I will end it, and I might do another live tonight, probably tomorrow. We're gonna try and breach that 1700. And whenever we hit 1,700, I will also just do a giveaway of some kind, something small. So we're at 1,685. Yeah, check out the website. Check out our Glocktober sale. Thank you for checking out all of our other social media, likes and subs. It's greatly appreciated. And you guys have a wonderful day. And as always, stay 2A every day.